Oh my god, Florence's team looks exactly like him. It's insane. I was like, why is Florence wearing so much shit in whites right now? He's about to commission. With his brother? Oh, wait, is the first student usually like someone who's like lower than you in rank? Okay. Careful, anything you say is not impressioning. Not when people are becoming real names. That was where we were. Oh my god, that was a bug. It was a bug. I just took an IP out. I don't know. Seeds taking your job as a photographer.
Ladies and gentlemen, please make your way to your seats. The ceremony will begin in about 5 minutes. We ask that you please silence all electronic devices for the duration of the ceremony. Thank you. Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Commander Joshua Baca. I'm the Executive Officer at the NROTC unit here at The Ohio State University. On behalf of the Naval Service and The Ohio State University, we are pleased to welcome you to our spring commissioning ceremony. Please rise for the playing of our national anthem and remain standing for the invitation given by Lieutenant Sokol this morning.
Let us pray. Almighty Creator, we pause this morning to ask for your blessing on the men and women of this Naval Reserve Officer Training Corps commissioning class. Thank you for the insights and knowledge they've gained over their time here at the Ohio State University. Thank you for their commitment to lead the way in the cause of freedom. We ask that you watch over them, guide them, and protect them as they lead our nation's sailors and Marines. We ask that you give their families strength so that they may endure their absences as they are called forth to serve their country. In your name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Lieutenant Stokel. Please be seated. At this time, I'd like to thank all of our veterans in attendance today. As we look to the future leaders commissioning this morning, it's important to remember how we got here. Let us not forget our past and the reason we live in a free country today. It is due to the service and the sacrifice of the veterans and fallen comrades that we're able to celebrate this occasion. Please join me in a round of applause to thank each of these individuals for their service. Before we begin today's ceremony, I'd like to also thank our NROTC staff present here today. Their commitment is essential to ensuring that the Naval Service gets the high-quality leaders that it seeks in the young men and women of our nation. The instructors and staff have spent countless hours advising, mentoring, and leading your sons and daughters throughout their time here at the university. Please join me in a round of applause. Prior to swearing in our newest ensigns and second lieutenants, I'd like to explain a few things about our ceremony. The commissioning oath indicates that these young men and women have earned the special trust and confidence of the President of the United States for their patriotism, valor, fidelity, and competence. Commissioned officers are expected to display responsibility commensurate with that special trust and confidence, and to act with the highest integrity at all times. Every salute they receive will be a reminder of the trust placed in them by their nation and their duty to that nation. Soon they will be given the responsibility of our nation's most important resource, not the millions of dollars of equipment, though that is important, but the lives of the sailors and Marines they will lead and serve. The family of each newly commissioned officer will receive a Blue Star service banner located on the table to the right side of the stage. Designed and patented in 1917, the Blue Star service banner has become the unofficial symbol displayed by families who have a loved one serving in the armed forces. The banners are hung in the front window of a home, displaying family pride in their service member, while reminding others that preserving America's freedom demands much. Another tradition of the commissioning ceremony is the receiving of the first salute. The hand salute is a significant gesture in which military personnel look into the eyes of another comrade in arms and pay due respect to the uniform of a fellow defender of the Republic. From the most junior sailor or Marine to the Commander-in-Chief, the junior salutes the senior, and the senior returns the salute. It is a traditional part of the commissioning ceremony that the new officer receive the first official salute from a junior service member of their choice. In remembrance of the first salute, the junior service member received a silver dollar as a sign of respect from the senior to the junior. During the ceremony, all military personnel will rise for the reading of the commissioning certificate and as the commissioning oath is being administered. All other personnel may remain seated. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce the commanding officer of the Ohio State University NROTC, Captain Darrell Kennedy.
Well, good morning and welcome to the Spring 2023 commissioning ceremony for the Ohio State University NROTC program. A special welcome to Captain Brian Penang, a 1993 graduate of the Ohio State University NROTC unit, and here today representing the OSU NROTC Alumni Association. Colonel Kevin Cullen, United States Air Force retired, Assistant Vice Provost for Military and Veterans Affairs. Ms. Cheryl Christ, spouse of our guest speaker today. Captain Matthew Potty Pottenberg, a 1996 Ohio State University NROTC alumni. And Captain Ronald Florence, United States Navy retired, a 1988 OSU NROTC graduate and father of one of our commissionees here today. I also want to say congratulations to all of you who have successfully threaded the needle today. So unless you live nearby or you watch the weather closely, you may not know, but 2 days ago, it was still 44 degrees for a high and rainy. And tomorrow it looks like more rain and thunderstorms are moving in. So we really are blessed to have picked today for our commissioning ceremony, and somebody is watching out for us. You're also in luck because you have a guest speaker at today's ceremony. After doing 3 of these ceremonies and teaching the commissionees for the last semester, I'm sure they're happy to hear some fresh perspective from somebody new. But I can't let them go without saying some parting words. First, and most importantly, thank you. Thank you for all your hard work over the past 4 years. Thank you for your perseverance through the COVID years, on top of all the academic and physical challenges. And thank you for the commitment to serve and protect this great country of ours. My final bit of insight for you, which I'm sure you've all heard before, is that it's a small Navy and a small Marine Corps. And I have 3 quick examples to share to drive that point home. When I first reported to USS John C. Stennis in 1996 as a new division officer, I had an MM2 Mark Stanley in my division. 17 years later, when I reported to USS Nimitz as reactor officer on the other side of the country, the ship's maintenance officer was Lieutenant Commander Mark Stanley, the same MM2 that had been in my division. Soon after I got here to Ohio State University, an old shipmate of mine, Dan Popewall from USS Iwo Jima, reached out to me to see if I had a midshipman Lavey in the unit. I said, yeah, I think so, but I've just gotten here. That name sounds familiar. He said he had served with her dad on a previous ship, and he wanted to know how she was doing. Her dad, former Petty Officer Second Class Joshua Lavey, is here with us today. As we were preparing for today's ceremony, I sent a list of those being commissioned to Potty, who was our guest speaker's executive assistant. He replied just a few minutes later with an email saying, by any chance, is Midshipman Fryberger the son of Ray Fryberger? He and I were in the NROTC unit at OSU together. Yes, indeed, he is, and Lieutenant Commander Ray Fryberger, retired, is also with us here today. There are countless other stories like these I'm sure every one of us that have worn a uniform could tell. My point to you is that your service really is that the service really is as small as they say, and your name and service reputation will often precede you. Make the most of it. Hit the deck plates running, as they say, and continue to make all of us proud to call you a fellow Buckeye and shipmate. It is now my privilege to introduce today's guest speaker, Vice Admiral Randy Trice. He is a native of Lima, Ohio, and an alumni of the Ohio State University. He was commissioned by the Nuclear Propulsion Officer Candidate Program and Officer Candidate School in 1985. As a submarine officer, he has served in many roles on fast attack submarines, guided missile submarines, and ballistic missile submarines during his career, including commanding officer of USS Florida, SSGN 728, and USS West Virginia, SSBN 736. His previous flag officer assignments include Deputy Assistant Secretary of the Navy for Budget and Director of OPNAV N82, Director Assessments Division N81, Commander Submarine Group 10, and Director of Maritime Headquarters, U.S. Pacific Fleet. His current assignment is as Deputy Chief of Naval Operations for Integration of Capabilities and Resources, N8. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce Vice Admiral Randy Trice.
Thanks for the introduction, and thanks, ladies and gentlemen, for coming out today. I tell you, this is fabulous weather. Captain Kennedy, Commander Baca, distinguished guests, family, friends, President Shipman. It's certainly an honor for me to be here today, not only to witness and participate in this time-honored tradition that you want to see, but also an opportunity for me to escape Washington, D.C. and return to my home state, to my alma mater. I love coming back here. The weather, I mean, it's fabulous. When I think about the tradition of excellence that the Ohio State University has, in my mind, it's truly unparalleled. Clearly, one of our nation's finest public universities, and just an amazing officer training program. So, you see Mirror Lake over there, and there's a little-known fact that back between the founding of this university in about 1891, Mirror Lake used to be spring-fed, and while they were putting in the sewer lines and the water mains, they disrupted the source of water there to Mirror Lake, and it dried up, and as a result, the school diverted water from the old Kanji to the Lake Florida. Now, from about 1969 to about 2015, it used to be a tradition that during the build-up to the Buckeyes playing the team up north, students would end up jumping into that lake. I can not confirm or deny that I ever actually jumped into their lake in the early 1980s, but what I can tell you is that it's never a good idea to fully immerse yourself in the water. This really is a special event for me, but it's also a special event for my executive assistant, or was my executive assistant, Vice Chief of Naval Operations, Lisa from Kelly Store in the lake family. Actually, Monday would be his first day, I think, but it's a special day for him because it's an opportunity to come back here as well. And we had a conversation about Noah Fryberger, who's one of the midshipmen here, soon to be sworn in and taking the OSU. But of interest, Matt's son is at the Naval Academy, while Ray's son ended up coming to Ohio State and also choosing submarine zone. In my mind, a good upcheck energetic. Excuse me. Also, I won't call them out, but I know there's at least two of our midshipmen here today that are from that state up north, also a good choice. So anyway, the young people that you see dressed in uniform as they're approaching the finish line here, I don't believe they can truly understand just how important this race is going to be to them long term. And once they get a little bit older and have an opportunity to reflect back, I think they're really going to treasure the time that they spent here at Ohio State. And while I know they're certainly happy to be at the finish line today and eager to tackle what lies ahead, I can promise you that the lessons that you've accumulated here are going to serve you very well going forward. Cherish your experience here, cherish the people who built that experience with you. And I'd also like to just say and recognize for a second the parents and families of those on stage today. I so greatly appreciate your dedication, your patriotism. Thank you for the amazing support. Please, I want to round up applause for the family. is a culminating event for the influencers out there, and I'm very thankful that you've introduced your children to a way of life that puts others first and puts service before self. The United States is a maritime nation. I think sometimes we're out here in the heartland called the Philippines, we might lose sight of that. But our nation's security and prosperity depends on the high seas. And for over 247 years, your Navy has stood the watch. You think of it as America's away team. The Navy operates far forward to protect our economic interests, uphold international law and order, to ensure freedom of and access to the seas, and to respond to crisis and natural disasters. We provide our nation's leaders with options, and we stand ready to fight, win, and hold to do so. You see in the news every day the challenges that are being posed by the People's Republic of China, as well as what's going on in Russia and Europe. That means that maintaining a world-class, worldwide deployable naval force as a first line of defense for the United States remains critically important to the prosperity and survivability of this nation. We've had great success to date. I don't think there's many of us here that can recall a time that we actually did attack from another Navy on our homeland. But we need all these young officers now, and each one is going to matter. You're going to become officers at a time of immense competition, and you're seeing what will be the driving force behind the greatest naval force. The profession of arms is all about the ethical application of combat power, serving under civilian authority, and entrusted to defend the Constitution and the rights and interests of the American people. So there's our naval. So think about what our naval service needs from our young officers. We're going to need you to lead the way. You and your teams must be ready when trouble looms, because war at sea, on land, in the air will be fought in an unforgiving environment. You must be men and women of character and competence. You do not want to be anything less. Your time at Converse Hall taught you about the trials that you'll face. Trust me, you're going to be tested. Never surrender your honor and integrity for expedience, and always take full responsibility for your own actions. Do what's right. Remember who raised you. Remember whose footsteps you follow, and remember the principles that you fight for. Your role as a military leader is not an easy one, but it's going to be rewarding. Enjoy it and embrace it. Sharpen your skills to be ready when the rubber hits the road or the ship gets underway. When you call upon, all of America will be behind you. From our factories and our foundries to our farmers and our families. In return, you owe it to America to strive to do your very best. Become an expert in your profession. Sorry about that. I got something going on today. Part of this is really committing yourself to a lifetime of self-assessment and self-improvement and learning. Even though your academic education here is over, the education of professional arms really is just beginning. Learn your trade, learn it well, become an expert on strategy, tactics, and technology, but most of all, become an expert on your people. Take care of your people, and they're going to take care of you. Know their strengths, know what their concerns are, their challenges, what motivates them. Our people are our greatest advantage. Knowing your people will allow you to harness their potential and turn it into positive momentum. And as your team builds steam, you are witness the sweetest fruits of leadership. People united in purpose, working in harmony to accomplish a goal, a sacred mission, all in the service of something much larger than themselves. Truly knowing the people and leveraging their talent to unite in a common cause, the essence of leadership, which you also need to know yourself. Routine reflection and understanding your own strengths and is critical to your success. Your job as officers, leading all volunteer force, in society, protecting the truth, and preserving trust. As stewards of our republic, your role is not to play politics, but to tell the truth, even when it's hard, even to those appointed over you, and to cultivate an environment of honesty and integrity that are not just stated common values, but are common practice. Speak up when you see an injustice, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. As an officer, the problem or the issue that you walk past becomes the standard that you're willing to accept. Just a few moments ago, take the oath. Now, military oaths have been around for a long time. You go back to the Roman times, there were oaths taken where the soldiers would pledge their support to a general or specific campaign. In the 1600s, the Pilgrims established a Mayflower Compact, which really was an oath and a covenant, as well as a constitution. In 1775, oaths were also given to the colonial army to keep the 13 states free and declare no allegiance to King George. 2 years after the Constitution of the United States of America was signed, in the very first bill in the first session of the first Congress, 1 June 1789, was passed into law. It was the first statute, chapter number 1, and it was titled "An Act to Regulate the Time and Manner of Administering Certain Oaths." This established an oath required by civil and military officials to support the Constitution. In 1862, the bend was added to verify loyalty during the Civil War, and then it was adjusted again in 1868. The oath required actually to support the Constitution of the United States. The oath of office, as we know it today, as we speak now, although the words have been modified slightly, the significance placed on oath by the founding fathers has remained the same. Our military remains a most trusted institution as a result of the warriors that have gone before you and holding their oaths. Do not take that trust for granted. We must preserve that trust and rise to the occasion to serve all of America. As an officer, you are trusted, you are serving, protecting, and leading America's most beloved treasure, our sons and daughters. Each of you have proven worthy of the tasks that lie ahead, and I'm very confident you're all going to do well. Congratulations on this exciting milestone. I'm proud of each and every one of you, and I look forward to seeing the impressive things you will do in defense of the nation, our interests, and our values. God bless all of you, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Admiral. Now taking their positions, Commanding Officer Captain Darrell Kennedy and Assistant Marine Officer Instructor Gunnery Sergeant William Puckett.
Detail, hot, light, face, 3 back, up, leg, cut. President of the United States of America, to all who shall see this present, please, know you that children special trust and confidence, patriotism and power.
This is a special occasion, and we are pleased to have the family and friends here to share it. As I call up your newly commissioned officer, they will walk towards the center of the quarterdeck to my right. At that time, you have the opportunity to place rank insignia on your son or daughter and take the opportunity to photograph their first salute. Ensign Nolan Buck is from Framingham, Massachusetts. He earned a Bachelor of Science in Aviation Engineering. During his time at the unit, he served as a fire team leader, platoon commander, company operations officer, and a special projects officer. Ensign Buck will be reporting to Naval Air Station Pensacola as a student naval aviator. Assisting Ensign Buck with his rank insignia are his mother Laura Buck and father Carl Buck. Ensign Buck will receive his first salute from his friend, former seaman Jack Setta. Ensign Christopher Delaney is from Caledonia, Michigan. He earned a Bachelor of Science in Aviation Engineering. During his time at the unit, he served as fire team leader, squad leader, platoon sergeant, and company executive officer. Ensign Delaney will be reporting to Naval Air Station Pensacola as a student naval aviator. Assisting Ensign Delaney with his rank insignia are his father, Michael Delaney, and mother, Erica Delaney. Ensign Delaney will receive his first salute from his cousin, Army National Guard Staff Sergeant Sean Delaney Giesing. Ensign Logan Florence is from Burke, Virginia. He earned a Bachelor of Science in Aviation Engineering. During his time at the unit, he served as fire team leader, squad leader, athletics officer, platoon commander, and company. Ensign Florence will be reporting to Naval Air Station Pensacola as a student naval aviator. Assisting Ensign Florence with his rank insignia are his mother, Lori Florence, and his father, Captain Ronald Florence, United States Navy, retired. Ensign Florence will receive his first salute from his brother, Midshipman First Class Reed Florence. Ensign Noah Fryberger is from Peoria, Arizona. He earned a Bachelor of Science in Aviation Engineering. During his time at the unit, he served as fire team leader, squad leader, FEX OIC, assistant operations officer, and platoon commander. Ensign Fryberger will be reporting to Naval Nuclear Power School in Charleston, South Carolina to join the submarine community. Assisting Ensign Fryberger with his rank insignia are his mother, Amy Fryberger, and father, Ray Fryberger. Ensign Fryberger will receive his first salute from Midshipman First Class MS. Ensign Carlston McKenzie IV from Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. He earned a Bachelor of Arts in Middle East Studies and Security and Intelligence. During his time at the unit, he served as the Company Command Master Chief, Assistant Supply Officer, Pistol Rifle OIC, Squad Leader, and Fire Team Leader. Ensign McKenzie will be reporting to the USS Michael Monsoor in San Diego, California to join the surface warfare community. Assisting Ensign McKenzie with his rank insignia are his father, Carlston McKenzie III, and mother, Lois McKenzie. Ensign McKenzie will receive his first salute from Gunnery Sergeant William Puckett. Ensign Joseph Pallante is from Newbury, Ohio. He earned a Bachelor of Science in Aviation Engineering. During his time at the unit, he served as Fire Team Leader, Squad Leader, Platoon Commander, and Company Executive Officer. Ensign Pallante will be reporting to Naval Air Station Pensacola as a student naval aviator. Assisting Ensign Pallante with his rank insignia are his mother, Connie Pallante, and father, Paul Pallante. Ensign Pallante will receive his first salute from his cousin, Michael Lorello, former Corporal, United States Marine Corps. Ensign Benjamin Rinehart is from Chesterville, Ohio. He earned a bachelor's in aerospace engineering. During his time at the unit, he served as Fire Team Leader, Closed Order Drill OIC, Company Command Master Chief, and Special Projects Officer. Ensign Rinehart will be reporting to Naval Air Station Pensacola as a student naval aviator. Assisting Ensign Rinehart with his rank insignia are his mother, Amy Rinehart, and brother, Luke Rinehart. Ensign Rinehart will receive his first salute from his father, former Specialist Sean Rinehart, United States Army. Ensign Edward Stevens is from Dublin, Ohio. He earned a Bachelor of Science in Neuroscience. During his time at the unit, he served as Fire Team Leader, Public Affairs Officer, First Lieutenant, and Company Commander. Ensign Stevens will be reporting to Naval Air Station Pensacola as a student naval aviator. Assisting Ensign Stevens with his rank insignia are his mother, Jean Stevens, and father, Michael Stevens. Ensign Stevens will receive his first salute from his friend, Midshipman First Class Jocelyn Morrissey. Ensign Anna Surbey is from Fairfax, Virginia. She earned a Bachelor of Arts in Biology with a minor in Naval Science. During her time at the unit, she served as Assistant Recruiting Officer, Administrative Officer, Platoon Sergeant, Company Command Master Chief, and Special Projects Officer. Ensign Surbey will be reporting to Strike Group Oceanography Team San Diego as a Meteorology and Oceanography Officer. Assisting Ensign Surbey with her rank insignia are her mother, Maureen Boland, and her father, Brett Surbey. Ensign Surbey will receive her first salute from her friend, Midshipman First Class Elizabeth Min. Ensign Andrew Vance is from North Royalton, Ohio. He earned a Bachelor of Science in Aviation Engineering. During his time at the unit, he served as Fire Team Leader, Squad Leader, Logistics Officer, Platoon Commander, Company Executive Officer, and Company Commander. Ensign Vance will be reporting to Naval Air Station Pensacola as a student naval aviator. Assisting Ensign Vance with his rank insignia are his mother, Teresa Dadian, stepfather, Paul Dadian, and father, Gary Vance. Ensign Vance will receive his first salute from his step-uncle, former Petty Officer First Class Scott Dadian. Second Lieutenant Evan Book is from Forest, Ohio. He earned a Bachelor of Arts in Security and Intelligence, a Bachelor of Arts in Russian, and a minor in History. During his time at the unit, he served as Recruiting Officer and Supply Officer. Second Lieutenant Book will be reporting to the Basic School in Quantico, Virginia, with a ground contract. Assisting Second Lieutenant Book with his rank insignia are his wife, Sarah Book, and parents, Dave and Gail Book. Second Lieutenant Book will receive his first salute from Gunnery Sergeant Dominic Dotson. Second Lieutenant Brock Bryner is from Norfolk, Nebraska. He earned a Bachelor of Arts in Computer Information Science with a specialization in information security. During his time at the unit, he served as the fire team leader and Bulldog Assistant Officer in Charge. Second Lieutenant Bryner will be reporting to the basic school in Quantico, Virginia with a ground contract. Assisting Second Lieutenant Bryner with his rank insignia are his mother and father, Marie and Rusty Bryner. Second Lieutenant Bryner will receive his first salute from Gunnery Sergeant Andrew Bowman. Second Lieutenant Tyler George is from Bell Fountain, Ohio. He earned a Bachelor of Arts in International Studies, Security and Intelligence, and a minor in City and Regional Planning. During his time at the unit, he served as a squad leader and supply officer. Second Lieutenant George will be reporting to the basic school in Quantico, Virginia with a ground contract. Assisting Second Lieutenant George with his rank insignia is his wife, Joy. Second Lieutenant Alexandra Lavey is from Chester, Michigan. She earned a Bachelor of Arts in Criminology and Criminal Justice Studies and a minor in Naval Science. During her time at the unit, she served as a squad leader, Special Projects Officer, Assistant Athletics Officer, PEX AOIC, Public Affairs Officer, and Platoon Commander. Second Lieutenant Lavey will be reporting to the basic school in Quantico, Virginia with an aviation contract. Assisting Second Lieutenant Lavey with her rank insignia are her sister Taylor and mother Angie Lavey. Second Lieutenant Lavey will receive her first salute from her father, former Petty Officer Second Class Joshua Lavey. Second Lieutenant Stephen Metzger is from Westerville, Ohio. He earned a Bachelor of Arts in International Studies with a specialization in Security and Intelligence, as well as a Bachelor of Arts in History with a specialization in Conflict, Peace, and Diplomacy. During his time at the unit, he served as Fire Team Leader, Squad Leader, Platoon Sergeant, Close Order Drill OIC, Platoon Commander, and Bulldog OIC. Second Lieutenant Metzger will be reporting to the basic school in Quantico, Virginia with a ground contract. Assisting Second Lieutenant Metzger with his rank insignia are his mother, Jamie Metzger, and father, Steve Metzger. Second Lieutenant Metzger will receive his first salute from Gunnery Sergeant Dominic Dotson. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for Anchors Aweigh, followed by the Marines hymn. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's ceremony. Fair winds and following seas to the newly commissioned officers. And thank you to all the family and guests that could make it out here today.
That's it. Oh no.